Gardener at home. Um, we like to do Grumpy Gardener around the garden and home, but the weather is so temperamental. It's unbelievable. I've driven up from London this morning through what I can only describe as a rainstorm. It was raining 10 minutes ago, and now it looks like absolute bright sunshine, and I'm just waiting for my dog to come inside. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So, thank you for joining us. We won't be able to tell you about the deals and the offers that we're putting on today just for this hour. We've got three separate lines that we're going to show you which are on offer. The first one is our 5 kilogram nut pecker with the two coconuts here. Now, we are streaming live on TikTok, which you can purchase through the TikTok shop or through our own channels, which is via our website. The code for two items is a 20% off code. The code is Finch, which is FINCH. That gets you your 5 kilograms worth of nutpecker with 20% off. I'll tell you about that in a minute. We also have this ridiculous 20 kilogram bag of gold mix birdseed. That is also 20% off with the word Finch, which is FINCH. That's 20 kilogram of the best birdseed we can provide to you. No wheat, no maize, no fillers, just oats, dairy, suet pellets, mealworms, chopped peanuts, everything in here. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but that is 20% off just for this live streaming show, which I believe the code ends on Sunday midnight. The code is Finch, which is FINCH. God, I can't spell. The only other thing which I'm just going to disappear for, just to let you know about, which is on offer, if you can bear with me, is we do have sets of 2 geometric 16-inch planters. They come in a blue, they come in a white, I don't have 3 hands, or a red. You get a set of 2. They've been reduced to £20. And we're only telling you guys that can see this live streaming show. You can find them on our website. Normally they're either, I think they're about £30.
35.
Normally £35. You get a set of 2 for £20 if you want to shop ahead. So thank you. Thank you for joining us at Grumpy Gardener at Home. We do really hope to bring you to our garden in 2 weeks' time, walk you around the garden and actually, let's hope we can start preparing for the garden season and have some flowers, some niceness, some decent weather. If you've got any questions, please fire them through. If you want to say hello, please fire them through. Hello to the TikToky people. As I always say, you can actually purchase direct on the TikTok shop for Grumpy Gardener, or you can purchase on our website direct channels. The first thing we're going to talk about is our 5.5 kilogram nutpecker. Now, if you see it like this, it may not look too much. If I turn this on its side, you can see it is actually a loaf of peanut butter wild bird food. This loaf here is the biggest loaf that we do. It's 5 kilograms. It's 20% off just on our code Finch, just for today, and it comes with 2 of these coconuts as well. So all you do is add your nutpecker into your coconut, fill it up, hang it up. It's a lovely natural way to feed the birds. You get 2 feeders, and we believe that this 5 kilogram tub here, loaf, log, whatever you want to call it, this can fill these coconuts up to about roughly 60 times. So it's a really economical way to actually feed the birds. With the 20% off, how much is it normally, Tracy?
So that is normally
£30,
and it's down to £24.
£24. That's for 5 kilograms worth of nutpecker. Just to give you an idea, we sell jars of nutpecker, 330 grams, and we sell 8 jars for £30. So that's 8 times 3.5. It's nowhere near 5 kilograms, because this is the equivalent to 14 of our jars in its size, and you also get the 2 coconuts as well. So if you do want to shop ahead, use the code Finch, and that is 20% off. For people that haven't joined us or don't know us, Grumpy Gardener, we're a family business. We're based in the Midlands now. This is where we live. We live literally in Middle England. So we don't get good weather. We don't get bad weather. We just get the norm, really. So it never snows. I do like it when it snows. That was up north. But it is also that little bit warmer. We do get a lot of different birds, and we do get a lot of different birds to our garden. We moved house about 7-8 months ago, I think it was. it's a very modern garden. You know, the normal ones with like the high fences and the quite basic, quite bare. We put a bird feeding station up. We've started to attract so many more birds that we used to do it from our old house now. Not exactly the same ones, obviously, but different types of birds because of the bird food that we actually put out and the bird food that we sell to the marketplace. Nutpecker is a brilliant bird food. It is peanut butter for the birds. It is soft. It is sticky. It means that no mess ever falls onto the floor. It means everything can be eaten. My wife Sarah, when we were feeding the birds in our old house, found some very little creatures that were running underneath the feeders, collecting the seed, eating them, etc. She binned the feeders, and we brought out Nutpecker as a way for when it is bad weather, when it is wet, rainy, windy, nothing ever falls on the floor itself, but you can actually still feed the birds, which is a great way. So Nutpecker for 2 coconuts for 5 kilograms, made of peanuts, peanut oils, all made in the UK, is a brilliant saving. So it goes from £30 to £24 just with the code Finch. You can buy direct on the TikTok shop, as I said before.
Same code on
Same code on TikTok. Should have said that, shouldn't I? Same code on TikTok or the website. And if you've never tried Nutpecker before, I do implore you, go look at the reviews. It's absolutely brilliant on that side. And it's great me talking about it, I know that, but we do try to show videos of our foods and the things in absolute action. And this is what you can actually use Nutpecker for. I'm just going to bring it up here and hopefully it'll come through. And I think I must have pressed pause. Bear with me a second. There we go. We're going. And look at that there. You can see the birds eating away in the coconuts. You can see the nice, happy. Nothing falls on the floor. You get 2 of the feeders. This is fresh food. It is easy to store. Right now, with the weather as it is, it's all about proteins and fats for the birds. Feeding birdseed, there's nothing wrong with feeding birdseed, but this is the best way to do it because peanuts, coconut oils, should I say, these are the best things for the birds. You can attract so many different birds here. You can get everything from your blue tits to your great tits to even woodpeckers will love this food. It's a British-made UK food, and we absolutely love it. We've been selling it for about 3-4 years now, maybe a little bit longer, and it's never, ever failed us. And if you want to attract the birds to your garden, but keep the birds coming back to your garden, this is definitely a great way to do it. So if you want to say hello, you can do. If you want to have any questions regarding birds, please let us know. Please let us know what birds you actually enjoy feeding. What are your favourite birds? And we can go from there. What's up, Trace?
So Amanda.
Yes.
Amanda has commented that they've got a barking deer that comes into their garden.
A what?
Yeah, and it loves your fat balls, so they leave some out just for him.
What type of bird is a barking deer, Amanda?
I don't think it is a bird.
I've never heard of a barking deer.
Yeah.
All right. So is this a deer with like an whooping cough, or is this an actual? I've never actually heard of a barking deer. Sarah, can you please Google a barking deer? See if that's actually a thing, or is it just actually someone? Well, Amanda, you could be making it up. I don't know. Yeah. But as long as you're feeding the fat balls, and as long as it's happy, then we're happy, Amanda. For the people that have never known us from TikTok, please check us out. Please check our shop out.
Muntjacs, also known as barking deers.
Muntjac. Ah, there you go. Thanks, Amanda. All right.
Or rib-faced deer.
What?
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Rib-faced deer. Okay, all right, fair enough. Well done, Amanda. That's absolutely cool. So, once again, just to show you this, you get 2 coconuts. You can fill these up to 60 times, so it's really economical way to feed the birds. If I turn this on the side here, you can see the thickness and the depth of this peanut butter. Peanut butter for the birds. This is especially for the birds. You can't feed birds normal peanut butter. It's full of aflatoxins and poisons. This is the best way to feed the birds, in our opinion. It's absolutely great. And if you use that code Finch, you get 20% off. And that code is only live till midnight on Sunday. So we really think that you'll enjoy this on this side. So this is a great way to feed the birds, and we've never done that type of offer before. So what is next for us, Tracy?
So next we have Mr. and Mrs. Gnome.
Mr. and Mrs. Gnome. Right, okay. Let's just move this out of the way here. I'm going to let Sarah talk you through these. Right, let's have this. There you go. And there you go.
Why do I need that?
I don't know. I just like putting them on little bits of wood.
Well, I just make them the gold height.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Gnome, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a gnome fan. However, I mean, Joe is. If he had his way, we would have, he is a gnome, but we would have every kind of colourful gnome there is out there in the garden. We don't. So our compromise is this. So for me, again, just because maybe they're grey and the style in which they're done, they're a bit of a classier gnome, I think. They're a little bit more subtle. There's something that in your garden someone's not going to notice straight away. It's one of those things you look around and you spot something different each time you look. I like that idea in a garden. I like to be able to sort of see something new each time. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Gnome, or, you know, based on Joe and I a little bit, I would say. Although this one should be a lot taller.
I was going to say the
Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Maybe I
thanks for
did-
that. Thanks for that a lot.
More realistic. Okay, so these obviously are planters. So personally, because they're quite deep, obviously the planting goes right down to the bottom. They have got drainage holes as well. I personally would put gravel or large pebbles in there and then put in your soil and then put in your plant. Now, the best thing about this is you can be quite creative. So I don't know whether people have seen it or not, but you can get sort of like the plant pots indoors that are heads, and depending on what you put in them is the hairstyle you're creating. Obviously, you don't have to do that, but if you were to put in, I think it's that pearl succulent sort of plant that you can get, it creates sort of a hairstyle. Or we've had, I don't know my names of plants, but you know the ones that are kind of like tufty long grass ones.
Tufty long grass.
Tufty long grass ones.
Well,
yeah.
you can put herbs in there. You can put daffodils in there if you
That's
want.
not a hairstyle.
I know it's
I
not
like the hairstyle.
You like the hairstyle.
Well, you can put whatever you want in it, obviously. But I'm just saying, you can create some quite cool hairstyles depending on the plants you put in. Now, these are made from
These are made from polyresin.
polyresin, so they're not going to weather, they're not going to crack.
They look like that when they're in the garden, which is a lot better, I think. So you can put your little flowers into them like that. You can put them either side of your doorway. I say put some rosemary in them and let the rosemary shoot up, or put some lavender in them. That'd be quite
I
nice.
don't like the smell of lavender.
You don't
No,
like
I
it?
don't
Oh,
either.
right. Fair enough. Well, but that's how they are. But yeah, they're made of polyresin.
So they're not going to crack, they're not going to warp, they're they're fairly lightweight.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they've
yeah.
got a decent weight to them, but they're not heavy.
Yeah.
So they're going to keep their colour, they're going to keep this pristine look about them, they're not going to crack, they're not going to weather. And they have got the detail the whole way around. So it is 360-degree detail. So if you have a look at that, so it is one of those things that if you just keep looking at it, you see the smaller details on it, you see how quirky it is. And I do think I haven't seen anything else like this, which means it's something unique in your garden. People will be saying, where have you got that from? Which is always a bonus. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome product and pretty
What is the
unique.
price of them, by the way?
So these are £30 for the pair.
£30 for the pair. Well, that's pretty good. I know we don't have massive amounts in stock. I like them. They were one of the first products that you actually, well, we give you credit for designing, didn't we? All right, Sarah doesn't like the gnome scenario, but everyone.
Too close to home.
We shut up. But everyone does like some type of gnome in some way. So this was like the trade-off. But if you do put a little bit of a base layer of pebbles in there, that'll just help the drainage as well. And you put some soil in there, and you know anything you want to do as a hairstyle will look pretty cool. Actually, if you put like a little chili pepper plant in there, a small one, that'd look quite cool as well. If you want to put grasses in there, that would actually give you a decent amount of height.
Yeah.
The Mr. and Mrs. Gnomes. I mean, we brought these to a TV shopping channel, I don't know, about 6-7 years ago, and they were really, really popular. But you know, as they come as a set, I think £30 as a set, and not obviously they're not plastic. They are actually they're not polyresin. They're MGO, which is a hard wearing material. It's almost like a fibre clay cement. Not too heavy, not too light. They won't fall over, but they do look really, really, really pretty.
I think they make really nice gifts as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think as a wedding gift, this would be quite unusual. Even if you planted it up and so Mr. and Mrs. And then if Joe's parents weren't already part of the business, this would definitely be a grandparent present that Bella would send. But unfortunately, they've been part of the whole production, so they would
Yeah,
not
they
go
know
down so
that
well,
they were free to them, you know, and won't
Yeah.
spend any money. But yeah, no, they're really nice, really cute.
We've just got a couple of questions. So Jim asked whether we have to keep the peanut butter in the fridge.
No.
No.
I wouldn't put it in direct sunlight and heat because
No, just keep it stored anyway. Normally, it comes in a bag, in a box. You scoop it out whenever you want, Jim. It's somewhere just cool. And that's all you got to do is keep it somewhere cool, and you'll be absolutely fine. I mean, you can. I don't know why you put it in a fridge, in all honesty, but
you actually need it fairly malleable
Yeah.
to be able to press it into the coconuts. Now, what's happened occasionally is you get very, very smooth coconuts, so you get a bit of sanding paper and roughing them up a little bit so they have a little bit more traction with it. But if you did have it in the fridge, I think it'd be quite hard to manipulate it and to put it into there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want it in a high heat either because of the beef tallow and how soft it is.
Yeah.
But what I would say as well is at the moment, there's massive amounts of people talking about cleaning your bird feeders because there's so much disease going around with the birds. Those coconuts, so much easier to clean than a seed or anything else feeder. So it is a very simple way of making sure that you do clean
And
them.
every time you buy the 5 kilograms, you get 2 new coconuts. So you can actually just fill them, chuck them away and go on ones. And coconut or coconut halves from anywhere else are really, really cheap to buy as well. to replace with.
So a couple more comments.
Yes.
Jacqueline says hello to you both.
Hello.
Her garden is becoming a homage to Grumpy Gardener.
Like that, send us pictures.
Both her and her birds love all your products.
Oh,
Oh, thank you, Jacqueline.
And Pearl Holmes has said, hi, busy few days for you, Joe. She's been watching you all over the place and now on the live stream, and she's bought 5 items in 2 days because
Wow.
she feels guilty
yes,
after watching
well,
you, so buys lots of bird food and feeders.
He was gone at 6 o'clock this morning, and as I've been at
The amount of
TV
hours
studio
I
with
have
him,
done at down that TV studio is crazy, and which I really, really don't mind. What I do mind, and I mean I seriously do mind, is the traffic that it can sometimes take to get
I
there.
thought you were going to say time away from my family.
Yeah, I would prefer to spend time with family, but I'm sick to death being stuck in that car for 3 hours all the way down to London. Is an absolute killer. But yeah, thank you very much. Which one are we moving on to next, please?
The 2-in-1 feeder.
The 2-in-1 feeder. All right, I'll take that one, and we'll show this person out of the way. So this bird feeder here, to the people that watch us on our standard live stream will probably know this product. To the people that are tiki-toki, probably do not know this product. This is a very, very simple but squirrel-proof bird feeder. It is absolutely amazing at keeping out squirrels and larger birds if you want to feed your birds. So it's great because it's got a little eye hole. If I can show you this at the back here. So we've got the eye hole, so you can actually put it onto a flat surface if you want to, or you can actually hang it up as well. It comes with a jar of food. We've sold out everywhere else but our website. So there's nowhere else whatsoever you can actually get this. So, sorry?
And TikTok.
And TikTok, sorry. And to the TikTok shop. I do apologise. You can get it on the TikTok shop. But I meant off Grumpy Gardener, period. If you can unscrew a jar, you can feed birds. That's all you've got to do. You click this down, and it's like a little force field that the small birds can get into, but the large birds cannot get into, and the squirrels cannot get into. So if you want something that is squirrel-proof, if you want something that's mess-free, something that doesn't spill seed absolutely everywhere, this comes in 3 different colours. It comes in a sage, it comes in a lilac, it comes in a teal. It's been one of our fastest selling products at the beginning of every year. We do struggle to keep up with demand. There's always a finite amount of stock because obviously it's metal. You can't just magic more up. It's not like creating bird food quickly. This is something which will give you that pleasure, that joy. And I call squirrels Kevins. And that's because I'm a bit of an idiot. And every now and then we get a squirrel or 2 outside in our garden. And I'm always shouting, get off, Kevin, you know, and I'm always shouting it at the squirrels. And because we've recently moved in here, I'm pretty sure our neighbours think we're half nuts, or at least I'm not exactly right. But this is a great way of just protecting the bird food so it don't get eaten as quickly. Squirrels, larger birds, they're ravenous. They will go through jars really quickly. But smaller birds, this food will last. So it is actually worth it on the money. You spend a little bit, you save probably a lot more. And there is no spillage whatsoever. So if you can unscrew a jar, and all you've got to do is pop off the lid, pop this out. If you can unscrew a jar, you can feed the birds. And that is absolutely great on that side. So it's one of our most popular products this year. We have sold thousands upon thousands that we have sent out. We don't have massive amounts of stock. But if you want this, once again, this year, and then when we do run out of stock, at least for 6-7 months before we get it back in, this is definitely one of them for you. So you want something to protect the birds? Small birds, they're jumping through these little holes here. They're just jumping on this side. They can always fit in. We've measured these for the finches, the wrens, the nuthatches, the blue tits. They always fit in. It's a great, great feeder. And it's something that should last you for years, but does the job for you. And that's it. All you've got to do is push this in like this. I'm doing this backwards as well. And then if you can unscrew a jar, you can feed the birds.
Okay, so we've had a couple of comments.
Yes.
Amanda says it's brilliant. She's got 3 of them, and the little birds like robins, tits, and sparrows
Oh, thank you.
absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And Jacqueline says she can highly, in capital letters, recommend it.
I like that. So I'm going to type in Nutpecker Squirrel-Proof Feeder into YouTube, see if I can actually find that. So I can actually see it in action. I should have actually thought about that first. But it is a great product. And this is it here. Whoops, I'm just going to turn the thing off. But this is it coming up. And just bear with me a little second. Because you know when you've got the sponsored ad things and they actually last forever. Well, this is this. So I am padding right now. So bear with me a second and we can see it in action. For the people on TikTok, we do love feeding the birds. Check out the TikTok shop. See what you actually like on that side. We do believe we're one of the best independent bird food providers to you. You can actually just see the birds, I'm hoping, jumping in and out from there.
Yeah.
So anything that is small, it just jumps in, it jumps out. There is no spilling on the floor. There is no mess going everywhere. There's no germination of those plants underneath. There's nothing falling on the floor and it getting slippy. You can hang this absolutely anywhere. The good thing about this as well is starlings struggle to get into it. So if you don't want starlings, and I've been taking some heat on social media this week about starlings because my dad calls them certain things. Well, they can't get into this. And some people aren't keen on starlings because they are suet eaters and they will devour things quickly. But the smaller birds, they can jump in and they can grab this. So Grumpy Gardener, through TikTok or through our other channels, is the only place that you can actually get this on this side. So we recommend it. If you want something that is weatherproof, if you want something that is powder coated, if you want something that looks really nice, sage is always the favourite. Then there's a teal and then there's a lilac. If you want something, if you don't have a big garden and you just want to put it onto the fence, then you just literally put a nail into your fence or something into a wall or that, and you hook it on and it'll sit flat. Or if you want to hang it, you can do. As I said, lots of people don't want to lug big boxes around or all like that. Lots of people like the fact that if you can unscrew a jar and you can get more jars of us all of the time, they're always readily available, then you can feed the birds. So this is an absolutely great product, and it's only Grumpy Gardener that does this on that side. Price is
£17.
£17. Sorry about that. So price is £17. You get the feeder and you get the food on top. So for anyone that's never seen this before on TikTok, we highly recommend it. Squirrel-proof feeders, they need to be able to work. This works really, really well. Starling-proof feeders need to be able to work, otherwise the food gets ravished. This works really well. So if you want to feed those little small birds, then please do so. Birds like your blue tits, for example, they only have one set of babies every year. They only have one set of eggs. Other birds like robins, for example, they can have 2, 3 or 4. Blue tits, even though you think they're common, they're not that common and they need looking after. This is a great way to do it, to feed the birds now. And they're just starting to pair up now to be able to create the fledglings. They're just starting to pair up, mummy and daddy. Then they're going to have babies. This is a great way to attract the birds now and then see the fledglings flying around in your garden from a few months' time. So absolutely beautiful. And just remember, it comes in 3 colours, the sage, the lilac, or the teal, and it's £17, and it comes with a jar of food as well on that side. What is next, Trace?
So next we have the orange and apple bird feed.
Orange and apple. Before we go to the orange and apple, just to remind people, because Jim asked the question, just remind people, we're running 3 items which are on offer today. And we've got a code for 2 of them for the food, which is Finch. If you want 5 kilograms of Nutpecker, this great big loaf here, which is bird food, peanut butter bird food, and 2 coconuts, then the code is Finch. It is 20% off. So it's normally £30 this. You can get it for £24 today, just through watching on our TikTok shop or watching through our streaming channels. And yeah, I think that's on till about, is it midnight again?
Yes.
Midnight tonight. So please, I mean, midnight tomorrow. I do
Yeah.
apologise. Midnight tomorrow. So if you want some outstanding bird food, 20% off. This is definitely it. So I'll just shove this out of the way again, and you don't have to keep it in the fridge, Jim. Don't worry.
Do you know someone called Cal on TikTok?
I don't know anyone on TikTok.
Because they seem to know you pretty well. They asked if you would swap that block for a chicken and ham pie, which you absolutely would do. So I wondered if it was someone you knew.
Do you know what the terrifying thing is? I don't believe I know anyone called Cal, but I would 100%.
It's obsession as pie. Yeah.
I love a pie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I really like?
No one cares.
Pie sandwich.
Oh.
Which I'm not 100% sure if that's also called a Wigan kebab. I'm not joking. Pie sandwich. When I was growing up, and we were in sixth form at school, we used to get a meat and steak, like a steak and gravy, and used to put it in a bap. You'd have a pie sandwich.
In university, you used to eat Finder's crispy pancakes as a sandwich in between bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What?
Classy.
Yeah, very classy. Shall we move on?
Go on then.
Go on. What is you?
Okay, so here you've got our set of 2 hanging feeders. So with that set, you get an orange and an apple. Now, the detail on these is absolutely amazing. So they're meant to look like an orange and an apple that has been sort of half eaten through. So it's got a huge amount of detail on the surface. So I don't know how close you can.
I'll get closer for you. I'm doing some camera action.
Oh, well done, Joe.
Thank you. Look at that there.
Yeah. Okay, so within that, you've also got the detail on the inside. So it's quite a shallow dish. So that's designed for you to put sort of any kind of bird food you want on there, just little sprinklings of it. Or in the summer, we actually use them with sugar water for the bees, because obviously we want the bees to make sure they survive the summer. So these can hang up anywhere. They can also, you can take the hook out and you can just place them on a table. But the whole point of them was that for me, again, in the garden, it's trying to get colour at a height level. It's trying to get that sort of 3-dimensional sort of look in your garden, that it's not just pots everywhere. You can look around and see more things. So these, imagine these hanging in your trees. So you've actually got oranges and apples, which do grow from trees, hanging in your trees. So here we've got the apple, again, loads and loads of detailing and colour shading on there. And with both of them, they've got a little bird there already for you. So this one, Joe, is I want to say blue tip.
That's the blue tip princess.
I know the other one's a robin.
Right.
There we go.
Okay.
So these are actually things that are meant to be decorative for your garden, but also have a reason for being there as well. And that's what we really try and do.
Yeah. All right. Have you just stopped talking?
Well, because you walked over, you're about to take over, so just thought I'd let you.
I was just going to say, you
I had a
actually...
traumatic morning, so I'm not coping very well today.
No, she ain't actually. Dog did an emergency dash to the vets.
Yeah.
So
I'm embarrassed to say I cried in the vets, and yeah, I'm not so good at things like that.
No, fair enough. So the apple and the orange are both available. They come actually as a set.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. And they're just under £20. I think they're £19.97.
Correct.
And as Sarah's going to stay there, I'm just going to walk this apple up to the actual cameras here, and just to see how close. Can you see the detail on the apple there? Look at the detail on that. It's absolutely brilliant. This is one of Sarah's first little designs and drawings. The gnomes were actually the first. Well, were these the first ones? Or were they the gnomes?
I think the gnomes.
Yeah. So you're actually getting both of these for under £20.
Yeah.
They're absolutely gorgeous. Some people sometimes do wonder if Sarah does actually design them.
Well, I couldn't find the designs for these, but my idea when I did these was I wanted to actually create a whole tree with every fruit that you would get from a tree in it. So, don't touch.
Okay, sorry.
Well, because I've done it in a special way.
Okay.
So I can't find these exact ones.
We do actually sell them.
We do a whole range.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying my drawings are good, but the manufacturers do seem to be able to build off them. So that was our pear as well.
So there's a plum, there's a pear,
then there's a lime.
Yeah.
Did we make the lime?
We did. There's a strawberry and a lime that you can actually purchase. Yeah.
So that's the strawberry there. And then I think we did I don't know whether we ever actually got this made. We did a festive one with a.
We did do we did turn it into a nutpecker.
You turned it into a nutpecker one.
Yeah. So as a family business, that is actually honestly how we start. We don't have a big design studio.
No,
This is
anyone that can draw properly, and I can't use computers, so everything is hand drawn. But the benefit is that we are still quite a small family business.
Yep.
So if you were to purchase something like this, it doesn't exist anywhere else because I've drawn it, we've had it made, and no one else has it. So it is quite
Some
unique.
people do like to try and copy.
They do. I take that as a compliment.
Do you? Fair enough. I think these in your garden, hanging from a hanging basket bracket, or a tree.
I like them in trees.
Or, well, we had them in the apple trees in the old house.
Yeah.
We had them in the apple trees. You get 2 of them, or you can take the chains off and you can sit them down. If you want them to be functional, have the sugar water in them or the fruit juice in them for butterflies and bees, you can do. You've got to make sure it's calm days though. In all honesty, but these are really, really nice, and they're built to stand outside as well. So they are made for the outside.
They are weatherproof.
Yeah.
So what are they made from?
They're made from polyresin, which is like a lightweight clay, and it's something you can put detail in, which is why, if I just walk this one up to the camera here, with the orange that you can even see the white on the rind, and you can see all the detail. And if you do, even with the robin there, you can see the detail on the robin itself.
That's blurry.
That's blurry. I'm too close, sorry. But you can see the detail there. That's it. Tiki-Toki people, the same. These are available on the TikTok shop. Sarah hates it when I say Tiki-Toki people.
Oh,
but
just really cringy.
well, I don't do TikTok.
I don't know if it's an age thing or what.
Well, it is an age thing.
Very cringy.
It is an age thing. Do you know what's quite funny with TikTok is I picked up a little girl from school the other day, and she turned around and went, "Did you see that funny cat video I sent you, Dad?" I went, "No, I looked at it before." I went, "No, I don't ever. You keep talking about these videos. I don't see them, Isabella. Why?" And she's realised she's been sending it to the Grumpy Gardener TikTok account every time. And it's probably just been Tracy that's actually been looking at the videos and watching just random videos.
I send you food once. So
Yeah,
I
you
don't
send
know-
me-
I don't know if they've gone on the Grumpy Gardener as well, but yeah.
We're really not that IT
No,
literate.
no,
Yeah,
we're
which
not.
is why we have to have Tracy
Yeah.
with us every time we
Yeah.
do this. I mean, as 2 adults, we should be able to handle this ourselves.
Nope.
But we can't.
Because Joe has been so busy, there was a suggestion that I be doing Friday morning by myself. That wasn't going to happen. As you can tell,
You
I've run
should do that.
out of words. And I think my main focus of being here is generally just to gently mock you. And if you're not here, it kind of
Well, it's nice just to be
defeats you.
gently mock rather than
That's
normally
the
mock.
object of me being here.
Anyway, you get an apple, you get an orange, you get them in the set. These have been hand painted. They've been designed by Sarah. They're gorgeous little gardening gifts. They're gorgeous gardening gifts for yourself, in all honesty. If you go into a garden centre, you pick up one thing like this, it's going to be about £15. So we think 2 for under £20 is really, really good value. With the last few years, I've seen customers send us pictures of these from the years on, and they're hanging them off bird feeding stations and whatnot,
Yeah.
off their little outhouses, and they still look gorgeous now. And when the light
There's
bounces off them,
nothing for them to damage. You know, with
No.
some things they can be weatherproof. If they get scratches,
Yeah.
you're still gonna let the weather in.
Yeah.
These don't seem to have that. The way that they've been made and
Yeah.
the way that they've been painted, they don't seem to have the same issues that other things may have.
no, they've got the door.
So they will keep their vibrancy. And again, as I said, in these dull sort of winter days, although it's quite sunny.
It's just turned.
Yeah, it's
sunny,
just
like,
turned
that last half an hour. We could have done outside.
You could have gone outside, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they will add that colour and that height, which I do think is beautiful.
Before we move on, I'm just going to remind people. Obviously, we're doing the code Finch. And sorry,
We've just got we've got a question. Amanda's asked about doing other flavours in the peanut butter block. She said spicy, so whether she means a squirrel-proof one,
right.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
That's
so
the nuggets, isn't it?
we do. Yeah, no, but she's right. So it could have been Amanda a little while ago. I will be looking at doing the blocks in a couple of different colours, colour denotes a flavour. But well, I'm going to be looking at doing like a mealworm and an insect version, but that's obviously going to be in the future. Where the first few months of this year, you're always like chasing your tail with the business, with how busy we are with Wild Bird. This is without a doubt our busiest time of year. So it's something I'm definitely onto, Amanda. Then I will look at the hot pepper bit as well. And I know there was, I think it was Amanda as well that said she agreed with my father and the Starlings.
Can we give up on this?
That's why we like you, Amanda.
The thing being is
No,
that
it wasn't. It was someone else. It
Oh,
was
was it?
Al. Yeah.
Okay.
well, the thing being is he said it that his dad jokingly doesn't like them, which is his opinion. But you know,
It's not joking.
what we were selling at the time, it isn't to stop you feeding the starlings. It's to make sure that whilst you've got other feeders the starlings can get to and feed from, because they are protected now, they are going down in numbers, we do need to feed them. It was to make sure that the little birds had somewhere to feed.
They're not protected. They're just
They're on the red list.
Finch, which is Finch. Sorry, just Finch, not Finch 20.
Yes.
If you just use the code Finch,
Oh my goodness.
it's been a long week. Use the code Finch. I can't use my words. Then you get 20% off. You can get it from TikTok or our other channels. It's a 20-kilogram bag of birdseed. It is the biggest bag of birdseed we've ever done. It's great, therefore for value, it's phenomenal value. I don't know what the price is meant to be actually, Tracy. I should have mentioned that ages ago.
So the price of that is £40.
Yep.
But with the code, it's down to £32.
£32, free delivery with the code Finch. It's great for the bag of 20-kilogram birdseed. So we'll take that down. Oh, which one is next, Trace?
So we're now on the triple tube feeder.
Oh, yeah, I thought we were on the sharpener. Okay,
No, that's afterwards.
All right, I'll be back in 1 second. Bear with me a second.
We're not on the elevator music.
The elevator music. Right. So this is a little bit different. It's a little bit cute. This is to feed a different variety of birds. So we've got a triple tube feeder. So if you don't have the space to be able to hang like a bird feeding station, or you don't have the space to be able to hang lots of different feeders, and maybe you've only got one hook, this really does solve a problem for you. It's got a fat ball feeder in here, it's got a mesh feeder here, and it's got a seed feeder here. Absolutely great on that side. It's a bird feeder that covers so many different angles. Now, birds are all different. So they've got different big shapes, different big sizes. They've got different ways that they grab on and they feed. And this does everything for you because you can put fat balls in it. You can put maybe suet pellets in it, or you can put peanuts in it, or you can actually put bird seed in it. It's really, really easy to assemble because you just twist out these here. If I show you underneath, you twist out here, and then if I can put it back in, and it's never easy to do it live on TV, but there you go, twist out, twist it back in, and it is an absolute great feeder. So I don't know how much is this 15 pounds, is that, Tracy?
So yes, that feeder is £15.
£15. And I'll definitely like to show you in action as well, because it's a bird feeder which you can just hang up in one place and attract different birds. People get a little bit selfish nowadays. They don't just want one type of bird coming to the garden. They want several, and this can feed several different birds. So you can actually put seed in there. You can, you can actually have seeds, and you can have mealworms, and you can have that for egg formation that can help out the birds. You can have suet pellets for instant hits. You can have peanuts in there, and then you can have fat balls as well, which is really good, which it just means that you're catering for all of the birds. So if I just put in a Grumpy Gardener triple tube feeder, hopefully this will pull the feeder up. Triple. Is triple 1p or 2p's?
1p.
Is it? Fair enough. Feeder.
Isn't that 1p, Bob?
Doesn't it just like confuse the viewer with his questions quite a lot?
Why? Why? Because I don't know how to spell triple. Well, it's one of those words, isn't it? You never know if it's 1p or 2p's. I do actually have a degree in English. Cyril disagree with that, but I do actually have a degree in English on that side. But let's just show you. It's just coming up here. Well, I'm not perfect in my presentations. So here we go. Can you see this? Okay. So if you put this triple tube feeder up there, just hang it in any type of space. Make sure that birds can see it. Look at the woodpecker. The woodpecker absolutely loves this. You can get this on the TikTok shop for £15, or you can get it through our other channels. You can attract different types of birds. If you're lucky enough to be able to attract a woodpecker to your garden, I suggest you do everything in your power to keep bringing it the food that it likes, because they're absolutely magnificent little birds. They're very, very, very skittish. But we were lucky enough once to see Sylvester our woodpecker, Dottie, his girlfriend, and then just one summer, there was a baby woodpecker bouncing around in the trees with him. I only saw it for a few weeks, and that was it then. But this is great because you can get like the tits eating away from it, nuthatches will come to it, wrens will come to it, but once again, woodpeckers will come as well. It is a miniature bird feeding station. You can hang this off once again off a hook, a bracket, anything that you want to do, and it is just great because it's simple. Everything's all in one place. There's not a lot of feeders that you can find like in a garden centre where you can put your fat balls into, you can put your suet pellets into, or your peanuts into, or your seed into. It does everything for you all in one place. And at £15, it's a lot better than putting up a great big bird feeding station or paying £40 for a bird feeding station. It's great for it on that side. So if you want something which is just very simple, very easy to clean as well, by the way, because everything is detachable, then it's a little bit of a no-brainer. If you want to be able to gift it to someone, that's also great. What's up, Tracy?
So Gillian's said she's filled up her Starling Proof feeders with all sorts of feeds.
Yeah.
But she's asking about how does she get finches? She said she's got the sunflower hearts, but none yet.
Patience. It depends. Gillian, how long have you had the sunflower hearts in? I mean, we fed birds in our garden for years before.
8 years.
Yeah.
Before we got goldfinches.
Yeah, because I'd never put out the sunflower hearts, and it was like the final year of doing that, which I just realised, because I always stayed away from like seed-based products. Stayed more to nutpecker and fat balls because that's what we're becoming quite well known for. So just wait, just give it time, even if it's a few months, 6 months, it doesn't matter. Eventually, if you've got different birds, if you've got like blue tits and you've got long-tailed tits or great tits come into your garden, then don't worry. Eventually, because they're social birds, and finches are social, but also quite aggy, because they scream at each other when they're eating. They will eventually come, Gillian.
So Gillian said 2 weeks, but personally, I mean, I've had my feeder up for about 9 months, and I've only now got some goldfinches to it, and that's because they're now clearly nesting somewhere close.
Gillian, are you impatient? Gillian, you want finches, goldfinches, instantly? Gillian, wow. Gillian, you'll have to buy some goldfinches somehow and throw them at your feeder to get them there that quickly.
Well, they say any feeder.
Yeah.
Any feeder would take 4 to 5 weeks minimum for birds to find it full stop.
Yeah.
So having anything up for 2 weeks is not going to...
No, but Gillian gets other birds anyway.
Oh, okay.
And she's got the Starling Proof feeders up now so the small birds can get in, because I've read a lot of Gillian's comments, and I know that her feeders just used to get destroyed by starlings. Then just give it a little bit of time. You'll be absolutely golden. In fact, come back to us at some point with some thumbs up and some yays when you
Did
do
Gillian
it.
put it up last week? And 2 weeks ago, sorry, and they were feeding within the
2
show
hours.
time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think it was. Which one is next, please, Tracy?
So now we've got the sharpener.
Now we've got the sharpener. I will bring in my lovely assistant for this, because
Right.
I am quite handed with this. When it comes to
I
this.
don't think you meant to say that.
Oh, that was all
We
right.
can't ban ourselves, can we? Right. I can comment and you can cut. How about
We didn't discuss this because I'm like a 3-take person. When we do normal videos for our TV shows, Joe gets really annoyed because the simplest of tasks I can do on a normal basis, as soon as you put a camera in front of me, I suddenly do them completely weirdly. I used to have branches fall on my head when I was doing loppers and think,
Well,
I don't know what it is.
If you cut a branch and you're stood underneath it, how is it a shock that it lands on your head? She walked into a garage door the other day as well. Didn't you?
I walk into a lot. No, I did not walk into a garage
walked
door.
into a garage
We
door.
went to we went to a property, and Joe opened the garage door to go inside, and obviously being his Nomeo height, he just walked straight through. I followed him, and he hadn't opened the garage door properly, so it just started closing again and whacked me on the head, and apparently that was my fault.
And funny.
That's not funny.
Right, this is a 7-in-1 blade sharpener.
Do you need me then?
Yeah, because you're going to do this stylistically. Right, so this comes with all these different cartridges. It comes with an instruction manual. It will sharpen anything from a pair of secateurs to a kitchen knife. You can even sharpen
Serrated.
You can even do a bread knife with it. Nearly got there. You could even do the edge of an axe with it. You can do a lawnmower blade with it. You can do shears with it. You can do your best cutting knives with it. Do you call cutting knives kitchen knives? I don't know. All you do is you pick the cartridge that you actually require. You pop your cartridge in and out from this front here. So I'll just show this quite close to you there, and then you just pop it in on that side. It's got a guard here, and that means you can sharpen absolutely anything. I don't know of a sharpener that can do anything in the garden and anything at home as well. And I will pass this off now.
Thank you. I mean, although it does everything in the garden and everything in the house, we have more than one, because I get annoyed if he comes and takes it from the kitchen to then you do it on his not muddy products and things like that. And the price they are, which is...
That's a Tracy question.
So they are £19.50.
For £19.50, and then the amount of blades you get with them, and then also with that you will get instructions of which ones will sharpen which type of things.
Yep.
So they're all colour coordinated, colour
Coded.
That's a good word. Colour coded, yeah. So they're all colour coded. So you'll get the instructions telling you which ones work best for which
These
things.
are the instructions here. So you get
Just
all the
while
instructions.
you're showing the instructions on YouTube, Claire is watching from Gran Canaria,
That is
and
my sister.
she says Joe is still shuffling in his slippers.
Take your slippers off. Claire says all she can hear is you
Does she
shuffling.
ever actually live in the UK? Well, spend any time in the UK?
She always has a next holiday booked while she's on a holiday.
Yeah.
Miss you, Claire. Okay, so these are really, really easy to use. That
Feel
even
free to stay in
I.
Gran Canaria, Claire.
Again, why? Just why? You're not funny. So these are really, really easy to use to the point where even I can use them. I am, however, very lazy, and Joe tells me off because I rarely change the cartridges, and the whole point is that they all do different things.
Yeah.
Right, so you've got the hand guard there, so you're not going to cut yourself. You've got sort of an ergonomic thumb press there, and then you quite simply just scrape down. Anybody is capable of doing this. Okay, well, what I would say is after you've done it, I would give the knife or the product a quick
You
rinse
put your
down.
knife there and then just go that way.
Yeah, but you're a weird lefty. I no,
All right.
because it's like filing your nails. You shouldn't go up and down. You should only ever go in one direction.
All right, fine.
Oh, you go on then, lefty.
Please don't cut yourself.
Well, all I do to be safer is that. That's what I do. I don't know how that's been elected. That is how you do it, and then there you go. Yeah. So,
Stop. Because you're lefty. It just doesn't look solid.
right. What?
So this is possibly the easier way of doing it.
Thank you.
Possibly a safer way.
It is a
Sorry,
safe word.
just a question.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, the code isn't Robin this week. The code is Finch.
Finch, Jacqueline.
It
Yeah.
does change every live stream.
Yeah. Can I show you something as well? Watch this. Put that away. Just don't
Oh.
let me. Put it.
I know. He
Look,
does this.
I've got a butter knife here. A butter knife.
Butter.
Butter. Bottle of water. A butter knife. And look how easy that goes through an apple. A butter knife shouldn't be able to do that easy. That is how sharp it
My
can get
butter
something.
knives absolutely shouldn't be able to do that, and
No,
I'm really
they
glad you
shouldn't.
keep doing this.
And look, I can even do an onion. I can do an onion with a butter knife. And I think that's actually quite impressive. Now, I don't know a lot about knives. I don't know not a lot about the kitchen, but I definitely know that a butter knife shouldn't be able to glide through onions or apples really quickly. So this is a godsend. You know, we sold about 26,000 of these. And we very, very, very rarely ever get returns. People are always really happy with them. Because you can do secateurs, tools, and your kitchen knives all in one go.
For me, it's scissors. I always replace my scissors
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
it just other sharpeners you can get, they're
Yeah.
just not angled in the
No.
right way to be able to do them.
No.
But I do think that we should have warnings on things called our 14-year-old daughter that you keep
Yeah.
on sharpening butter knives and
Right,
things.
let's move on. What is next, Trace?
Okay, so next we've got our planters.
Planters. All right, we're going to slightly move our cameras. If that's cool. I'm going to bring this here. Hopefully you don't get too close to me. And I'm not sorry for shuffling. I like my slippers. So otherwise I've got to walk like that. Yeah. Is that all right? Is the light okay?
Yeah. Hold on, try and get the planters and
Yeah,
you in.
I'm going to
We
put
do
you in
actually
there.
have professional lights, you know.
Do we?
You asked me this the other week, get her in the
Why
garage.
don't we ever use them?
Because they're on a high shelf.
Pearl says that the sharpener is brilliant. She took it on holiday.
Yeah.
Somewhere in England, I'm presuming, yeah.
Even her husband thinks it's brilliant.
Excellent.
I've just cut Sarah out there. It's even better. Right. Can you get us both in?
No,
I don't need to be in it. I'll just shut abuse from the sidelines.
Look at these. Right. So these are the. I can fit you in now.
How big do you think I am?
That's not. I will get here for that. These are our geometric planters. These are 16-inch planters. You get a set of 2. We have got 3 different colour choices. These are reduced just for this weekend. There is no code, but if you go onto the website, the TikTok shop, sorry, because if you don't say TikTok shop, if you go to the TikTok shop, then you will see these £20. That is absolutely phenomenal value.
£20 for the 2.
£20
Yes.
for the 2. So these are a little bit different. They're called geometric planters. They're very, very lightweight, which is good because obviously you don't want things heavy carrying around or in the post. They're flexible. They won't crack and they won't chip. But for £20, that's just £10 each for some very, very large planters, 16-inch planters. That's brilliant. That's my favourite colour.
Yeah.
They're cool. People do like the white ones. Don't know why you like white ones. You know,
Because
honestly,
it's
they get dirty.
contemporary and modern.
No. A lot of
You
people,
like garish and vibrant.
I do like the garish environment. And I do like the red ones as well. So if you want an established plant to bloom better, these would be great. If you put like a camellia in the blue one, camellia would look awesome in the blue one, especially those white budded ones that start blooming. We had that about a couple of years ago. That looked really, really good. These come with drain holes. Drain holes. We've got drain holes in the bottom, so they're pre-drilled. As I said, you're getting 2 of them, and they are super, super lightweight. Really, really lightweight. So it's great because if you do want to fill them up with compost and then pick them up, then it's just a little bit easier to do.
But look at the flexibility of this as well. So with your normal planters, and I say this every time, we had some gorgeous plant was it that Ken gave us that was from the age of the dinosaur or something like that. We killed it. I mean, we know our stuff, but we don't keep plants alive.
Oh.
So that basically, the roots ended up breaking the pot. We had a really expensive ceramic pot. Now that's not going to happen with something like this. They've got the gloss, they've got the glaze. It's going to make them look expensive. They're going to look like ceramic style pots in your garden. However, they are far more functional. So if you decide that the plant you planted needs to be somewhere a bit more in the shade or a bit more in the sun, these are going to be so much easier to move. But also we do plant mates, don't we? That help you.
Pot mates have
pot
come
mates,
onto the
sorry.
website.
Anyway, whole different
Tracy's
things. Oh, is it on this slide?
No, not yet.
Keep an eye out for it then. So yeah, these are just so much easier.
She's had enough to do, believe me.
I know, I just like mocking people.
You're
Tracy,
fine.
this is the same colour as your hair.
It is very similar to my
That's quite
hair.
impressive, yeah. So the colour also, as I said, I mean, the colour does start to go inside it as well. So when you plant it up, you're not going to have that dark sort of plastic colour at the bottom. So if you plant it up high enough, you're going to have that vibrancy within it as well. But then they are weatherproof. So a normal ceramic pot that would cost you a fortune, they do crack. They do, as soon as they crack, they sort of expand.
They're done.
Yeah, they expand and contract with the weather. These aren't going to do that, and these are going to keep their colour, and they are going to keep their vibrancy.
For £20 for 2 16-inch planters, which you can get on the TikTok shop or by other channels, these are absolutely amazing.
Did you just stop?
They are very, very lightweight. The colours are vibrant. I don't think you can't go into a garden centre and get 2 giant planters like these. You can't for £20. You don't get them at £10 each. You really, really don't. The design does look a little bit different, and the design, because of them, reflects lights in different ways. So when the sun does bounce off them, it's really, really cool.
It makes it, even though they paint as one sheer colour, because of the design and because of the invertedness of it, it does give it sort of a more 3-dimensional look. The colour looks like there's perhaps shading on it, so it does. And the way it catches the sunlight, it does create just a different sort of look in your garden. Now the blue ones for me really give off that Mediterranean sort of garden feel. So the blue and white together, depending on what kind of style house you have, what kind of style garden you have, can just look such a classic, clean look in your garden.
What type of plant would you put in?
See, he smirks after saying that because I don't know the name of plants. I just like that one or the.
That one. A lot of people buy rhododendrons. If you want a rhododendron or hydrangeas, which are pretty thirsty, The good thing about these planters is it doesn't actually suck the moisture out of the soil, and because there's a lot of depth to them, it means that obviously you can get a good base of water, you get a good root ball. If you want a small bay tree in them, they look quite good. Actually, a bay tree and the red ones look really, really nice actually. But that's why. So your roses, which are thirsty, your hydrangeas are a big roadie. They go really
I've
well.
always liked the style of you doing sort of your dwarf
Yes, Tracy,
pine
so
and then
I'm
you're
joking.
bedding flowers round it.
What's up, Tracy?
So Amanda's asked how much compost do they take?
Right, roughly 25 litres. It does depend on the root ball of the plant that you put in. So you've got to be half sensible. So I'd say at least 25 litres if you're putting a big plant in as well. Because like you get a 5 litre pot going into this, 25 litres going around. That'd probably be just about right for you.
Do they come with the drainage holes already?
Yes, they're already in. That is in. Right, we're going to have to move on to our last product. If we're going to move back. If you want, Tracy, you can stay in. I'll just go get the bag.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all right. We'll do this. This is going to be hard. Wow. Sarah, would you mind just moving that plant pot, please? Oh, please, oh, please. Thank you very much. Sarah's next joke will be it's bigger than me.
Actually, I was more impressed you could carry 20 kilograms.
Carry this. What?
Oh, I know where you're going.
I'm not going there. I'm definitely not going there.
Okay.
Hello, Doodle.
We've got like 4 minutes left.
Right, so with our nutpecker, or with our 20 kilogram bag of seed, I don't know why I just whacked it, it is a 20% off code, and that is Finch, which is FINCH, that you can get 20% off, guys. That code is here until the midnight on Sunday. This was meant to be £40, I believe. Now it is £32 with its code. This is the biggest bag that we do. I was never a real big fan of seed, but because there's so many people in the country that use birdseed, I had to basically join them rather than try to beat them to death. Not beat them to death, you know what I mean. This is the best type of seed we can get. We get this from a UK manufacturer. We get it from another family business. This has got mealworms in. It's got chopped peanuts in. It's got dairy in. It's got oats in. It's got 2 different types of suet pellets in. So it does do a really good job for you. £32 with free postage for you is great. 20
That's
kilograms.
impressive,
Yeah.
seeing the postage cost of something that weighs 20 kilograms.
Yeah, don't even get me started on postage. So the type of people who believe postage is free in the world, it's not delivered by fairies around, believe me, it costs a lot of
It's
money.
incorporated into people's costs. It's
Yeah,
a way
of course
of
it
making
is.
them think that they
But this is the best deal we've ever done on 20 kilogram bag of birdseed. Obviously, it will last you for a long time. For TikTok people that haven't seen this, I'm going to just quickly pick this up and bring it to you. Can you see all of the different ingredients in there? You've got everything from dairy to oats to mealworm to chopped peanuts. We believe that you should always be able to see the food you buy. I won't buy a steak if it was just in a box and I couldn't see it. I won't buy fish or chicken the same way. I don't believe in those big, colourful bird bags that you can't actually see inside. There is no wheat, there is no maize, there is no dust in this
I was
whatsoever.
going to say, even at the size of this,
Yeah.
you can't see any crushing
No,
or,
no.
dust at the bottom. It's just
There's absolutely no dust, and that's because we've insisted on
There's no
9
fillers, no.
fillers, 9 simple ingredients to keep you and the birds happy. Should be like, what's up, Trace?
Okay, so we're down to 1.5 minutes. Now,
Yes.
Gillian's asked a question, which we won't have time to answer today, but she says she loves the live stream, but she's dying to know where you both met, and you're a lovely couple.
University, first year, he lived below me, in the flats below me. I was quite lazy.
She didn't go far.
No.
Yeah, we met when we were 18,
Yeah.
Gillian, at Northampton University. I do genuinely remember, I'm not trying to say it, I remember the first day, the first minute, hour.
I remember the first day I saw you and thought you were someone's younger brother dropping them off.
Yeah, that
But
was
you didn't
true.
leave.
Yeah, that's also true. But I did look really cool with my dyed ginger hair. and my Adidas tracksuit.
you had just short hair and a little ginger fringe and a white Adidas tracksuit. I
Honestly, I was rocking it. So,
I had self-esteem issues clearly.
wow. You know what I mean?
Okay, we're down to 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Well, look, to everyone that's watched or does watch on the repeats, thank you very much.
Yeah, and thank you for joining us today because we know we've messed you around as well.
Yeah,
Joe's messed you around.
We
a little
always
bit.
try to do Fridays.
Every other Friday.
Every other Friday at 10 o'clock. We do love doing these. We do want to bring you in your garden. We really appreciate your trust in Grumpy Gardener and your purchases with us. That is really understandable.
Thanks, Amanda. She said another great one. Looking forward to the next one.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Thank you, guys. And guys, if you've ever got any questions, feel free to hit us up through the socials. We'll always do our best to try and reply as quickly as possible.